everybody. Welcome to the Berry Center in Cypress, Texas, and VypeFortBend.com coverage of the Marshall Buffs in the Region 3-5A Boys State Semifinals, taking on the Killeen Ellison Eagles. This is a dream matchup. Killeen Ellison ranked number 2 in the state in the TABC poll, and they've been in that spot for a long time, and the Marshall Buffs have been at number 3 in the TABC poll, right behind them. And both teams have been stuck with only 3 losses since December. Neither one of them has lost a game during calendar year 2023. And both teams have been blowing out pretty much every opponent they have faced, both in their district games as well as during the playoffs. I'm Roger Smith. So glad you're with us. It's a great setting. These two teams are primed and ready. Killeen Ellison is so impressive, but so is Marshall. Each team very impressed with the other. I just don't really know what to expect, and that's pretty exciting. So, our coverage on VypeFortBend.com today will be brought to you by Archer Volkswagen, Next Level Urgent Care, First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations, the Needville Insurance Agency, and by Xfinity. Xfinity Mobile is the best kept secret in wireless. It's time for the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to Tip-Off show. And we'll start with our visit with Alberto Jones, who's Killeen Ellison Eagles, despite the fact that they're ranked a little bit higher in some polls. Not every single one of them, but in some of them. He is the visiting team tonight. So I say tonight, but it's obviously this afternoon. I ought to look up at the windows on the concourse of this beautiful, magnificent Berry Center and see that the sun is shining brightly. Okay, so we'll be back with Coach Jones. Glad you're with us on VypeFortBend.com.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From owl to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Welcome everybody to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to Tip-Off show. We kind of knew this game was going to happen weeks ago. Killeen Ellison taking on the Marshall Buffs, and it's time to visit with Alberto Jones, head coach of these Killeen Ellison Eagles. And Coach, were you as sure as many of us observers were that you were going to be seeing this team in the final of the Region 3-5A?
I knew this team, Marshall, was going to be in the finals. So I said if we're lucky enough to get to the finals, I know we were going to see Marshall. But I knew they were going to get there for sure. I wasn't positive about us, but I knew they were going to get here.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Marshall might have been thinking the same thing, that they knew you were going to be here and they had to earn their way in. These two teams have a lot in common, and that is that they haven't lost since December, and they really haven't been challenged in the second half, as far as I can see, in any of the games. How do you keep your team prepared when each game ends up kind of one-sided?
And we just try to concentrate on certain things and not the scoreboard. So, I mean, as kids, it's hard for them to do that, but we try to just get individual goals and holding the team to this amount of points or this amount of rebounds. So we try to do that and not concentrate on the final score as much, but it's hard with kids.
We're with Alberto Jones, head coach of Killeen Ellison, and before we started this interview, I said that I used to live in El Paso. El Paso has Fort Bliss. There are quite a few high schools that have a presence of military parents sending their sons and daughters, and they end up being outstanding athletes because of discipline, especially El Paso Parkland, which is having a great basketball year. So do you have players on your team that have an Army influence because of Fort Hood?
I do. A lot of them, maybe their parents retired. I don't know how many active we have, but we have a lot that came to Fort Hood with a parent that retired. So they've got that military discipline in them.
All right, and for Marshall, there's nobody on this basketball team who also plays football, but you have some football athletes that are part of your roster and in the regular rotation.
I have one kid that plays football, and he's probably our 9th, 10th guy. So, I mean, he gives us some athleticism but he's not a huge. I mean, he's a huge part of our team because all of the kids are, but he's not one of our main guys. So usually we don't have a lot of football players either.
We are with Alberto Jones. He's the head coach of Killeen Ellison. Both of these teams obviously are very impressed with the other, and I think maybe there's a little bit of apprehension on both sides, and that should make for a great game. Thanks for visiting with us on the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to Tip-Off show.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's going to be a great game, and we'll talk with Coach Ronnie Courtney about it as we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavinaw with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, 4th generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Level Urgent Care Countdown to Tip-Off show. And I think a lot of us were anticipating this game several weeks ago, and I'm just wondering, head coach Ronnie Courtney of the Buffs is with me. Coach, did you have to say anything to your guys to make sure they weren't looking ahead to other games, especially this one?
Not at all. We've always said it's one game at a time. Focus on who we're playing at that moment, and we're refocusing on the next team that's coming up. So we've been focused on it one at a time, and we finally reached where we need to be as far as the finals is concerned.
It's an excellent thing, I believe, when you are the team that plays the first semifinal on Friday night, so you get to settle into your seats and watch the team that you're going to be playing the next day. How long did you stay at the semifinal when Ellison was taking on Port Arthur Memorial?
I think we stayed till beginning of the 4th because Port Arthur Memorial made a run and cut it to the 8. And I kind of hung around to see if anything else was going to be any different, and it wasn't. So we left around maybe 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
So this is a quick turnaround from the semifinal to the championship game, but I guess you know enough about Killeen Ellison to know what you need to do against them.
Correct. Well, we had practice this morning to prepare for everything that we may see today. I think this morning was more like just get ourselves out of bed, let's get here and let's start locking in and get focused and make sure we understand the task at hand and make sure we're prepared for the task at hand.
And at this point, do you add any wrinkles, or are you going to dance with who brung you, as a football coach a long time ago once said?
No, you don't have time to put any wrinkles right now because you're doing this in less than 24 hours. So we've been successful with what we've been doing, and there's no need to add anything to what you already have. All
right, Coach. Well, you know how much I and all of our listeners love the Buffs. Unless we get a few listening from Ellison today, they don't love you as much as we do. But we love and respect you, and really want you to be in San Antonio on Thursday night. And if you are, so will I.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I'm not speaking as though we're not going, but I've always enjoyed talking to you on your show, and I'm pretty sure that the fans enjoy us. And I'd like to thank all the fans for listening and rooting for us. And hopefully we can get to San Antonio. We can keep rooting and keep talking.
Yes, indeed. And it's same for me. I feel like it's a real privilege just to be here. And also I have to be careful about using that past tense thing if I'm talking to a coach that doesn't know me very well and I say congratulations on a great season. I don't mean to imply that his team or her team is about to lose, but they might take it that way. So I got to be real careful how I say that. But I know that you say it's been a pleasure, but you expect and hope for 2 more games of pleasure.
Most definitely. You have to be realistic and understand that you're dealing with children and your teenagers, and you just hope they can go out here and do what you've asked them to do and execute what you put in. And whether we win or lose, we have had a great season, but I anticipate being in San Antonio next week.
Yes, and we love looking at the faces of your players and seeing how bad they want this. Their dedication, it's hopefully something they can see all the way through. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so very much.
All right, here we go. Patrick Kinnick and Roger Smith with you from the magnificent Berry Center, a great backdrop for this competition that we expect to be incredibly intense. May the better team win. You're at the right place, VypeFortBend.com. Glad you're with us, and we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
The UIL Boys Basketball State Tournament is at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio Thursday through Saturday. Tickets can be purchased in person at the Alamo Dome or online through Ticketmaster. Go to Ticketmaster.com and search UIL to find the event and purchase tickets. Additional spectator information can be found at the UIL website. As I was heading over to the game, well, we're going to step aside real quickly and be back, and I'll tell you what I was thinking about as I was driving to the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From OW to WOW, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for next level urgent care.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
So as I was heading to the game, I'm listening to the radio. They're talking about college basketball, and Pitt is playing Miami today. And next year, next basketball season, that is, Jalen Lowe of Marshall will be playing for the Pitt Panthers, playing in the ACC. But hopefully he and his senior teammates will have not just this one, but 2 more games to follow. They want to get to San Antonio and play in the state's Final Four. By the way, last night, in the semifinal, a regional semifinal win over Rudder, 70-45 was the final score. Jalen Lowe with 34 points, and Chris Catchings, the only other buff in double figures, had 12. So it's been 30 years since Colleen Ellison has been to the state tournament. They were a very new school back in the late 70s. The Eagles lost to Converse Judson in the 1993 semifinals. And prior to that, from Killeen Independent School District, nobody has been to the boys' state tournament since 1935. That's right. They really want it. Now, Marshall, of course, has only been around for about 15, 16 years. Last night, Ellison, by the way, was up by 9 after 3 quarters. Sean Parks and Dion Ware scored all 14 of the Eagles' fourth quarter points, and they pulled away from Port Arthur Memorial, and Jamiron Keller had 15 points to lead his team in last night's semifinal. So on the playoff road for the Marshall Buffs, they beat Milby in the first round 71-32. Barbers Hill, they beat them 76-54. They manhandled the Madison Marlins 90-69, and they beat Rudder last night, as we said, 70-45. So Marshall is 35-3, and they were undefeated in their district games. They have an 18-game win streak. The last loss they had was to Arlington Martin back during tournament time on December the 29th, and the smallest margin that they've ever won by since that last loss was 22 points. And that was one of their playoff games. So the head coach of Ellison is Alberto Jones. Colleen Ellison is 36-3, 1 more victory than the Buffs have. They were 14-0 in their district games, and their losses were to Mansfield Legacy on December 2nd. That was a 64-61 game. They lost to Houston Clear Lake, and I almost can't believe that I see that in print. But they did lose to Houston Clear Lake on December the 8th, 65-62. And they lost to Coppell. That's a 6A team in Dallas-Fort Worth, 61-60 on December 10th. 84 days ago is how long ago they last lost a game. That one to Coppell. They have a 24-game win streak, and they have had some small margins of victory. They did win 1 game by 3 and another game by 7. They beat Lake Creek in round 1, 66-36. Beat Pflugerville Hendrickson by 40, 90-50. And A&M Consolidated, they beat them 65-43, and they beat Port Arthur Memorial last night 50-34. They jumped way ahead by double figures in the first half, but they ended up winning going away because they dominated the fourth quarter. By the way, you can see highlights of this game provided by Joe Gleason. They'll appear on ABC 13, and fans always be sure to tune in for H-Town High School Sports, powered by Vype and hosted by our good friend Todd Freed. That's Saturday night at 10 o'clock on CW 39. But if you are unable to watch it at that time, or you forget to DVR it, just remember that H-Town High School Sports is going to be re-aired several times on AT&T Sportsnet, same channel where you watch the Astros games. They're introducing the entire roster for both teams, and in a moment they will be introducing the starters for Killeen Ellison. I'm going to tell you who I anticipate as their starters. Jamyron Keller, 6'2", senior guard, and he had the 15 points last night to lead the team. They had very balanced scoring, and they're very impressive across the top. They don't have one guy who can kill you. They just have a great assembly of athletes who do a great job together, and you never know who is going to lead them in points. Jamyron Keller just now being introduced. Then you've got number 3, the tallest of their players, 6'6", senior forward, A.D. Oladipo. Dion Ware stands 6'5", and he is a senior guard, so it's very nice to have a guard who's pretty big, and 6'5" is big for a guard in high school. Sean Parks was outstanding last night, just a freshman, and he stands 5'9". And JoJo McIver is 6'2", he is a sophomore. So they are starting with Keller, Keyshawn Garland, and A.D. Oladipo. Also Dion Ware, and finally JoJo McIver. Killeen Ellison is the visiting team. They're wearing their black road uniforms with white letters and numerals, just a little bit of forest green trim. And the Buffs are in the home whites with the black letters and numerals outlined in gold. They will be going from right to left to start this game. We'll step aside one more time and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take...
Never mind, I should have picked the 15-second Office Depot spot. I didn't. Number 4 versus number 4. Dion Ware for Killeen Ellison and Naheem Northern. Jumping center for the Buffs. We've got an officiating crew from San Antonio, which is where both of these teams want to go. We are underway, and Ellison controls the tap. It goes to A.D. Oladipo. Now the ball is in the hands of JoJo McIver. He gives the ball up, throws it to Ware. Now top of the key, staying there with the ball is Keyshawn Garland. He lets fly and hits the 3. He is not shy. No press on the first possession by Marshall. Jalen Lowe does meet a double team after he gets across the midcourt stripe. Bounce pass to his brother Ian. There goes Ian into the paint, and he gets the ball stripped away, but it's recovered by Reedus. And then Northern gets his hands on the ball, and I think there's a foul on Ellison. It is on Ellison, and Dion Ware picks up the foul. Well, I could have sworn the official held up 4 fingers. He held up 3, and it was Oladipo and not Ware who committed the foul, and Jalen Reedus is at the line. 2 shots coming, and the first one is no good. We will have a halftime interview with Jalen's dad, Jeremy. There's a pro-jock connection in the Reedus family that I didn't think was possible, but I wasn't thinking outside the box. Jalen, deep knee bend, and the second shot in the air and good. So Marshall gets within 3-1. We played just over a half minute here. McIver is the main point guard for Ellison. Gives the ball up to Ware. Ware trying to get around Lowe, drives to the baseline, kills his dribble. Bounce pass to Oladipo. They go around the horn, and now it's McIver in the corner. Kills his dribble near the free throw line now and gets it to Keller. Jamyron Keller is a specimen. Looks like a football player. You wouldn't want him to hit you. Side to side dribble, trying to get around Reedus. Puts it up. Reedus blocked it, but I think they're going to call Ritas for a foul on the wrist on the shot, and Naheem Northern went to the floor, and it looked like he had drawn a charge, and it also looked like a pretty clean block by Ritas, but I was looking through black and gold glasses, I have to admit, on that one. So at the line is Jamiron Keller. First shot, good. Colleen Ellison never trailed last night in their semifinal win over Port Arthur Memorial. Keller taking his time. Shot in the air and in and out, no good. Ritas grabs the rebound and hands the ball to Jalen Lowe. I think Ellison just realizes you probably shouldn't press Marshall. They'll make you pay for it. So at least for now, they're not going to do that. Northern has the ball, top of the key. Gets it to Ritas. He backs up near the midcourt circle. There's a cross-court pass to Jalen Lowe. Gets a pick from Northern, meets a double team. Can't get around it. Throws inside over the head of Northern. He was trying to take the defense to the left and throw the ball back to the middle, and I think it would have worked, but the pass was just too high. And on one bounce, it hit one of the Buffs cheerleaders, but she's okay. Here comes McIver across the midcourt stripe, much taller than Ian Lowe, who's guarding him. There is Keshawn Garland in the corner, gives the ball up to Ware. Now they go to the other side. Keller, cross-court pass, and now it's Ware from the right corner, hits the three. The Eagles are 2 for 2 from three-point land, and they lead the game 7-1. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ian Lowe to Chris Catchings. Throws it over to the right corner. Ritas shoots the three. Bottom! That's a good way to answer, and it's 7-4. Marshall trailing. Quickly down the floor goes Keller. Lost the ball. He's on his knees. They should have called traveling. They didn't, but Ian Lowe steals it away from the Buffs anyway. There goes Northern all the way to the rack off the glass. Good. 7-6. Good response after falling behind 7-1. Here goes McIver trying to get around Ian Lowe in front of the far sideline. There is a long three on the way. Dion Ware missed everything. Northern grabs the rebound. Catchings has it. Now Jalen Lowe pushing it down the floor. Left corner. Ritas three. And it's off the side of the rim. I think he got fouled. There was a battle for the rebound, and it went off Catchings' instep. And Ellison will get it back. 5:10 to go in the first quarter in the game of the year, the one we've been anticipating for such a long time. McIver gets the ball in the hands of Keller. Drives to the rack, but then turns around. Now there's a fake jump shot by Ware. Sends it inside. And a shot in and out. Tough luck shot for A.D. Oladipo as it spun out when he finger rolled it. Now the Buffs have it. Jalen Lowe, he's at the right wing. Making a lot of moves, trying to get free. Almost gets the ball knocked out of his hands, but it's because there was a foul committed. This Ellison team has a couple of players under 6 feet. They don't have anybody who's absolutely huge. You know, Marshall has DeMarcus Johnson, who's 6'10", but Ellison has 8 players who are 6'2" or taller. Ian Lowe inbounding the ball underneath the basket at which the Buffs are shooting. Northern gets it, head fake, puts it up, draws a foul. It's no good, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And the foul is on JoJo McIver. JoJo McIver, a sophomore, doesn't look like one. Naheem Northern with a big deep breath. First free throw is good, despite the fact that the Keller, I'm sorry, that was last night, that the Ellison cheerleaders are telling him to miss it. I'm sure he doesn't hear a thing. Second free throw, Northern makes both. And the Buffs are on top for the first time, 8-7. They have scored the last 7 points. McIver guarded by Jalen Lowe now. Trying to get away from the midcourt stripe, gets a little bit of a pick, drives down the left restraining line. Ritas picked him up, blocked the shot, and grabbed the rebound. 5 blocked shots in the game against Houston Madison on Tuesday for Ritas, and he's still blocking shots. Ian Lowe quickly inside, throws a pass picked off by Keshawn Garland. Here comes Ellison. Where is he going to pull up and shoot? No, he drives into the middle, and the ball is loose. Ian Lowe has it, and we have a held ball, and the arrow will favor the Buffs. Good to see Little Bro Lowe down at the bottom of the scrum, making it happen, risking his personal safety. We're almost halfway through the quarter. In fact, we are right now as Jalen Lowe meets a double team as he gets into the forecourt. Now Chris Catchings, right elbow, driving to the hoop, lost it, got it back, went back up, got it tipped away again, and it's stolen away by Ellison. Sean Parks into the game. The freshman gets a steal. McIver, top of the key, moving left, then right, gives the ball up to Garland. They're working the set offense now. Keller between the rings, guarded by Jalen Reedus. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. 8-7, Marshall on top. And it's off of his foot and out of bounds. And, you know, sometimes they call a kickball when a guy doesn't mean to kick it, but it's usually a defender. But Keller dribbled it right off of his toe, actually, and it just shot into the cheerleader area. Ian Lowe across the midcourt stripe. Bounces the ball to Northern. Now in the right corner, Jalen Lowe drove and could not get the shot to go down. And a loose ball, the rebound came all the way past midcourt. And now there's a one-hand slam in open court by Dion Ware of Killeen Ellison. And the Eagles have the lead back, 9-8. And we've got a foul by McIver as Ian Lowe tried to make a dribble drive to the hoop. Alberto Jones, the head coach for Ellison, is up off the bench, and he's telling McIver that he would not have needed to reach and would not have risked getting the call if he had been properly positioned defensively. Christopher White comes in for Ellison, and he replaces McIver. Ian Lowe throwing it in far sideline to his brother Jalen. Now Ian gets it back and returns it to Jalen. Now back to Ian. Reedus has it. Inside Chris Catchings. 12-foot jumper from the left baseline is good. Marshall has the lead back 10-9. 2:42 to go in the quarter. Keller, who's already worked up a really good sweat, dribbles the ball across the midcourt stripe. Now it's in the hands of Sean Parks, the freshman. Gets it back to Keller. There is Ware, standing still, top of the key. He might launch it from there. Now he backs up a little bit. And it's Parks with the basketball, and he is standing with his heels in the midcourt circle. Now he sends it over to Keller on the left wing, a long way from the hoop. Ellison taking his time on this possession. There is Parks looking for a bounce pass inside. Now a long three. Christopher White missed it. Rebound. Here comes Jalen Lowe for Marshall. Bounce pass. Reedus laid it off the glass. A beautiful dime in transition. And Marshall has its biggest lead, 12-9. Keller has the basketball, calling a teammate over to set a pick for him, and that is Keyshawn Garland. There he goes into the paint. Jump stop move. Lays it off the glass, and it rolls in. That cuts the lead to 12-10, and with 1.5 minutes to go in the quarter, it's Ian Lowe bringing it across the midcourt stripe. Ian to Jalen, back to Ian, between the rings. Now Reedus thinking about a long three, passes it up. There goes Ian with a little running one-hander, no good. Northern the rebound, trying to get loose underneath. The bottom of the backboard blocks him. Catchings, can't get it to go. Northern held ball. He was locked up with Keyshawn Garland, and the arrow favors Killeen Ellison, but it's great work on the offensive boards by the Buffs, even though they didn't get a point there. 1:08 to go in the quarter. 12-11, Marshall on top of Killeen Ellison. There's only one team ranked ahead of these, and that is Dallas Kimball, and they're playing in a regional final themselves today. Keller, guarded by Reedus, gets a pick, and the ball is over in the right corner, and there's a three ball. Goes in for Christopher White. That makes it 14-12 Ellison. 41 seconds to go in the quarter, and we'll see if the Buffs take the first good shot available, or will they try to milk the clock down. Ian Lowe standing still between the rings. Now gets it to Reedus. Now it's back to Ian. He dribbles away from Keller. 2-3 zone deployed by Ellison on this particular possession. 20 seconds to go. Jalen, now Ian. Nobody close to the hoop right now, who has the ball, that is. Now into Northern, backing his man down, kicks it back out to Jalen Lowe, clock at 9. He launches the three, it's good! Marshall has the lead back, 15-14. 1 second left, and a long three-pointer from midcourt by Dion Ware falls way short. And after one outstanding quarter, it's Marshall 15 and Killeen Ellison 14. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't-catch-me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
After one quarter, it's Jalen Reedus who leads the Buffs with 6 points. Ian Lowe to throw it in near sideline to begin quarter number 2 with the Buffs leading 15-14. Now there's pressure in the backcourt, but the Buffs quickly break it. Reedus with a bounce pass inside to Kevin Sargent, who entered the game, and the rebound came down to Oladipo, and he was fouled as he tried to start the transition game. Chris Catchings with his first personal foul, and he got in some foul trouble last night, but was able to avoid getting that last one until late. McIver brings it across the midcourt stripe. Now Keller has it between the rings. And back to Keller after he gave it up. Bomb from three-point land, and it's good. 17-15. Ellison on top. Jalen Lowe brings it across the midcourt stripe. He's calling out some instructions. Now gets it to Lil Bro Lowe. Ian. Jalen thinks about the long three. Goes inside the arc, puts it up, and gets stuffed. Keller got all ball on that one. And then Lowe commits a foul in the backcourt, trying to make up for it and take the ball away from Keyshawn Garland. So the winner of this one will play in San Antonio at 8:30 p.m. on Thursday night. I guess it could be 7 o'clock on Thursday night. It'll be one or the other. Now here comes Ellison on the attack again. Ware gets it to Keller. Now it's over on the left side to McIver. Ware goes around 2 defenders, or tries to. Kevin Sargent on the floor, grabs the ball. It's a held ball, and the arrow favors Ellison. It's because the last time you went with the arrow, it was at the beginning of the quarter, and Marshall got it first to start the second quarter. 17-15, Ellison on top. Now I have a substitution. Ware goes out, and he's replaced by Christopher White. There's McIver launching a three, and it's good. These Ellison Eagles are on fire from three-point land. It's the only reason they're ahead. They're up 20-15. But it's like saying, well, if there were no three-pointers, they wouldn't be ahead. It's like saying if there were no par fives, Tiger Woods would not have won, 16 majors? Whatever he won. And a steal by Ellison. Quickly down the floor. Three-pointer on the way. Back iron, no good by Christopher White. Jalen Lowe the rebound right down the middle of the floor. Ian in the right corner. Fakes the three. Now Reedus left corner. And he missed it. Fight for the rebound, and it comes away to Keller. Keller looking inside now. Turns around near the free throw line. I think his teammate got away with the travel. That was Garland, but then it was right back to Keller, and he bombs away from three-point land. It's an 8-point lead, 23-15, and Ronnie Courtney of the Buffs wants a timeout. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugarland, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
So the Buffs will have to weather this first storm as they find themselves down by 8 points. Ball knocked out of bounds on the far sideline right in front of the Ellison bench. Last touched by Christopher White. Ian Lowe having to stand just inches away from the enemy. Seated on the bench, gets it into Reedus. Reedus over to Jalen Lowe on the near side. Trying to get between two defenders. Running floater, no good. Catchings knew he couldn't grab the rebound, tried to slap it away, but Ellison retained possession. Keyshawn Garland grabbed that rebound. Here's Keller. Sends it over to McIver. Back to Keller. They're playing catch. McIver moving left. Ian Lowe following him. Now Keller from the right wing and top of the key, passing up the three is Garland. There is Keller with a nice one-hand catch of a pass that was kind of wild. Now McIver launching three, top of the key, in and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Garland. He gets it back to Keller. Three on the way, no good. Now Sargent gets the rebound for the Buffs. Trailing 23-15, 5 minutes to go in the first half. Class 5A, Region 3, final and Catchings. Three-pointer on the way, missed everything, but it went right back to Ian Lowe, who launches one. He misses also, and the rebound comes down to Garland for Ellison. He dribbles out of trouble, gives the ball to McIver. Substitution coming soon for Ellison. Dion Ware waiting to come in. Keller now has it, guarded by Ian Lowe. Top of the key, ball in the hands of Oladipo. Sends it to McIver, left wing, guarded by Reedus. Christopher White. Now Oladipo, cross-court pass to Keller. Runs into Ian Lowe, a lot of contact, no call. He dribbles backwards, gets it to McIver, who sends it right back to Keller. Nearing the midway point of the second quarter. 23-15, Ellison on top of Marshall. Timeout, Ellison will take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Thus far for Marshall, Jalen Reedus leads in points with 6. Jalen Lowe with 3 points after scoring 34 last night, and Chris Catchings has 2. But nobody who's on the floor for Ellison is in double figures or anything. You've got Keller with 9 thus far, including 2 3-pointers. Dion Ware off the bench into the game now. Bounce pass to Keller, goes underneath. There's a foul called, and the Marshall Buffs can't believe it. I think it was either Sargent or Catchings.
Sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hey, Fort Bend County fans, this is Bradley Stavinaugh with Needville Insurance Agency.
Bradley is my insurance man. He can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year on your car insurance, home insurance, or flood insurance, or all three like he did for me. And Bradley, you are as Fort Bend County as they come, right?
That's right, 4th generation here in the Needville area in Fort Bend County, taking care of folks over here for over 100 years here in Fort Bend County.
You can give him a call, you can go online, or he'll even come see you at the Needville Insurance Agency. Give him the number, Bradley.
979-793-7411.
You can also get started on saving money on your car, home, and flood insurance by going to needvilleinsurance.com. However you want to get together with Bradley and his team and start saving money, they'll do it whatever you like. Give him a call. He'll come see you if necessary. All right, so statistically, the most important stat, the score is 29-20. Colleen Ellison leads your Marshall Buffs, and it's mainly because Ellison is shooting over 50% for the game, 10 for 19, and from three-point land, they are 7 for 13. And the Buffs are 6 for 17 shooting and 3 for 7 from beyond the arc. The battle of the rebounds against these two great rebounding teams is very, very close. Ellison leading just by one, 11-10. As for individual scoring, it is Jamiron Keller, who is going to be going to Oklahoma State next year. He has 12 points to lead the Eagles. Next up is Christopher White with 6 on a pair of three-pointers. Dion Ware has scored 5 and 3 points each for JoJo McIver and Keyshawn Garland. For the Marshall Buffs, they've been able to go to the line 6 times, and they are 5 out of 6 from beyond the stripe, the charity stripe, that is. But as far as total points, 6 points for Jalen Reedus to lead the way. He's even with Jalen Lowe. So Jalen Reedus and Jalen Lowe both with 6 points, and Naheem Northern with 4 points. And those are the only scorers thus far for the Marshall Buffs, who get the ball first. They'll be going from left to right in this second half. Ian Lowe to throw it into Jalen Lowe, and Ellison coming out like they intend to do some serious pressing. No, now they back off. 16 minutes of regulation time left as the Buffs try to come back from this 9-point deficit and earn a trip to San Antonio. You wonder, can Colleen Ellison continue to shoot so hot from beyond the three-point line? Now the top of the key, it is Jalen Lowe. Now Ian Lowe in the left corner, bounce pass to Northern, turns around, gets it back to Jalen Lowe, gets his man in the air, goes inside the arc. Floater with the left hand is no good. Rebound Catchings goes back up strong. Can't get it to go down. Volleyballing for the rebound, and it comes down to Jalen Lowe. And he throws it to Jalen Reedus. And now we have Keller on the floor, and he's hurt. Keller is rolling around, holding his right shin. And the trainer comes out. We'll take a break and be back. We've just played 32 seconds in this third quarter.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
You are the master of the multitask, the champion of making it happen. Taking care of business is not for the faint of heart. Still, you take care of it. Taking care of business. But who takes care of you? Office Depot Office Max. We supply you, copy you, and tune you up. Members get 2% back in rewards on everything, and we mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We thank the folks at Office Depot every week. Well, the Lowe brothers playing catch a long way from the hoop. 2-3 zone deployed by Colleen Ellison. Jalen Lowe dribbling, bounce pass to Jalen Reedus, back to Jalen Lowe, launches a 35-footer, and that ball had to be partially blocked by Ellison, and it was, and it came up way short. So, chance for a double-figure lead for Ellison as McIver has the ball, dribbling to his right. Ian Lowe following him, and they call a reach-in foul on Ian Lowe. By the way, on their warm-up top, the Ellison Eagles have in vertical letters NLMB, and I find out it stands for Never Leave My Boys. And that's quite appropriate in a town where the Army base has such a presence and is such a well-known Army base. Keyshawn Garland drives down low, but the ball gets loose. Ware and the Lowe brothers fighting over it. Actually, it's Ware, Jalen Lowe, and Jalen Reedus. So 2 out of 3 tells me it should have been Buffs' ball, but the arrow is going to give it to the Buffs anyway. But not before we wipe off the floor. Okay, I guess it's good. 6:35 to go in the third, and it's still 29-20. That was our halftime score. Ellison has the basketball, and they inbound it as the basketball. And they inbound it to McIver. He's dribbling between the rings, now moves to his left. Ian Lowe following him. Directing traffic while dribbling. Side-to-side dribble. And now he got in the hands of Keyshawn Garland, who gave it back to McIver. Drives to the left elbow, launches a 2. No good, rebound Catchings. Hands it to Jalen Lowe. Jalen Lowe down the floor, right down the middle. Side-to-side dribble, throws it to the right corner. Ian Lowe launches the 3, and it's no good. Rebound Northern. The layup put back is good. 29-22. That's the first basket of this second half, and it took almost 2 minutes for either team to score. McIver kills his dribble, gets it to Ware. Ware trying to get around Reedus, and he has his shot blocked by Northern. Oh my goodness, he's called for a foul. That was all ball. So now you have Colleen Ellison's Dion Ware at the foul line. This is his first foul shot of the game, and it's good. 30-22 is the score, and Keller is back. He's moving around like he's not all that comfortable, but he's going to stay in there. There's no way he's going to stay in the locker room. Parks came off as Keller came back in. Both free throws good. It's 31-22. Jalen Lowe across the midcourt stripe. Bounce pass to Ian, right wing. Reedus thinks about the 3 from the left wing, but passes it up. And now Jalen wants Ian Lowe to start moving. Now a pass to the free throw line to Chris Catchings, who did 2 full spins, pivoting. Now Jalen Lowe has it, drives through the free throw circle, and we've got a foul on the floor. A reach in, and it's on, hold on. I guess McIver. First team foul of the half for Ellison, committed by Ellison. Ian Lowe quickly into the right corner. There goes Jalen into the paint, scoops it up with the left hand, spins out, no good. Rebound fought for, and we got a held ball on the floor, or a timeout. Timeout taken by Ellison before they could call a held ball. So we'll take it with them. 5:09 to go in the third. It's still a 9-point lead. Ellison over Marshall on VypeFortBend.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
We're back. Colleen Ellison with a possession where Keller shot a 3 and missed it. The long rebound went down to Colleen Ellison, and the Eagles still have the ball, leading 31-22. 4:35 to go in the third quarter, and they call Jalen Lowe with a foul as he bumps into Keller in the open court. And there is some discussion going on as Jalen Lowe is, I think he's basically telling the officials that Keller initiated that contact. Christopher White comes into the game, and now he throws the ball in from the far side to Ware, guarded by Jalen Lowe. Between the feet dribble as Ware moves to his left, gets a little bit of a pick. Northern picks him up. Now it's a double team. Now over to the right corner, Christopher White, three on the way, no good. Rebound, Keller, and he's in. He gets the beautiful putback because he had perfect position. And for the first time, we have a double-digit lead. 33-22, Ellison on top of your Buffs, and now Ritas, the three-pointer, short, no good. Rebound, Keller, pushing it down the floor, stolen away by Ritas. Ball loose in the corner. Ritas gets it somehow to Keller, and now we got a whistle, and two officials are going to talk about it. I don't know that we'll have a foul. We might have it someone who's, okay. No foul call, but the ball continues to belong to Ellison. I guess one of the Buffs either touched it while part of his shoe was out of bounds or might have tapped it out of bounds. I don't know. Keller has it. Now Ware. They go all the way around the horn into the right corner, and now it is Ware dribbling with Jalen Lowe guarding him. Tries to go into the paint, and he's wide open. He missed it, but Keller followed it. Correction, not Keller. It was Keyshawn Garland. And it's now a 13-point game with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Jalen Lowe to Ian Lowe. Launches a three and misses badly off the right side. Rebound comes down to Garland for Ellison. Ware into the forecourt. Gets the ball to Keller, who doesn't look like he's bothered now by that injury that sent him to the locker room for a minute or two. Ware underneath meets a double team. Kicks it back out to Garland. Three on the way short. Rebound to Ritas, who's fouled after he grabs that rebound. Christopher White committing the foul. White now comes out of the game, and McIver returns. Buffs down by 13 points with just over 3 minutes to go in the third. Catching's now Jalen Lowe. Side-to-side dribble. Launches one from the right elbow. No good. Rebound, Sargent, and he scores. That could be a key putback for Sargent to get the lead down to 35-24. Ware now has it in the forecourt for Ellison. 2:48 to go in the third. Catchings comes out on McIver. McIver still dribbling. He's between the rings, stops his dribble, launches a three. No good. Rebound, Sargent. Took it down with authority. Jalen Lowe sends it to Ian Lowe, and he drives, spins it off the glass. No good. Rebound comes down to Ellison, trying to get out of there, and does. That is Oladipo, and there goes Ware with a jump stop move, and it's an offensive foul on Ware right before he threw a pass to the right corner. He went through a defender who had his feet set. Christopher White comes back in, and Oladipo leaves. He's the one who committed that foul. No, correction, it was Ware who committed the foul, but Oladipo also comes off, and not sure who it was that came in to replace him. Jalen Lowe, Ian Lowe, three on the way, short, and Keller grabs the rebound. Nearly an air ball. There goes Keller, stop, start, move, spins it off the glass, no good, rebound, fought for, Keller somehow puts it back in. Oh, what a superhuman play. That was all muscle. There goes Jalen Lowe all the way to the rack, spins it off, no good. Rebound Northern, his putback is no good, but the foul is called on the play. I think it's either going to be Christopher White or McIver. And now Keller is talking to the official, lobbying for something. I'm not sure what it is. Northern was 2 for 2 on free throws in the first half. And he's got 6 points for the game. First free throw, in and out and back in. gets the Buffs within 12. Northern with a big, deep breath, ready to shoot the second one. All of them are big. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. Keller lost it, or he had a toe on the line as he was trying to secure the rebound. Big opportunity for the Buffs right here. Inside to Catchings. Quick turnaround, no good. And this goes off of an Ellison hip out of bounds, and it's still going to be Marshall ball. Into the game is Trey Roberts for the Buffs, replacing Ian Lowe. Trey throws it to Jalen in the right corner. Guarded closely by McIver, moves to his left into the paint. Little floater with the left hand, rolls around and tapped in by Sargent. It's 37-27. And McIver moving up on Jalen Lowe with 1:24 to go in the quarter. The third quarter, that is. McIver moves to the left. Lowe still with him. Now he kills his dribble. Keller from the left corner. Three on the way is good. That's a gut punch. Lowe quickly down the floor. Chris Catchings underneath. Puts it up and scores. No foul call. There was a lot of contact. It's an 11-point game, 40-29. 1 minute to go in the third. McIver guarded by Lowe. Keller from the right corner. This one's no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Ellison. Kevin Sargent was about to secure the rebound, and I think that Keyshawn Garland knocked it out of his hands. Trey Roberts, Jalen Lowe, Chris Catchings, Kevin Sargent, and Naheem Northern on the floor for the Buffs. 50 seconds to go in the third as Jalen Lowe brings it up. He launches a long three. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Garland for Ellison. Kevin Sargent almost got his hands on that one. Keller spins past Lowe, but then continues dribbling and staying pretty stationary. Now Ware has it. Guarded by Chris Catchings. Side-to-side dribble, not really going anywhere. Now he advances to the top of the key, then turns left and still just dribbling out in the open court. Catchings still following him. Behind the back dribble. Ware still has it. Still dribbling. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Gets it to Keller. He's in the midcourt circle. 6 seconds. Guarded by Jalen Lowe. Got to make a move now. There he goes. And Lowe pokes it away. He's called for a foul. It will not result in shots. It's just the fifth foul of the second half. So with 1 3/10 seconds to go, Ellison will inbound underneath the basket at which they're shooting. McIver to throw it in. It's got to be catch and shoot. And there is a two-hand slam on an alley-oop by Ware. Perfectly done. McIver to Ware for a lead of 42-29 going to the final quarter. You can't do it any better than that. It's not only 2 points, it's also very discouraging for the Buffs. We'll be back for what we hope is not the final 8 minutes of the Buffs season. This is Vype, FortBend.com.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugarland, Sienna, Greatwood, Longmeadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
The fourth quarter begins. Buffs gets the ball first. Jalen Lowe dribbling between the rings. Chris Catchings passes up a three into Sargent. Pass was too hot and went through his hands. It's a turnover. McIver has the ball for Ellison. Sends it to Keller in the right corner. Passes up the three. Now back to McIver between the rings. Trey Roberts on him. Now Chris Catchings is guarding Keller. Chomping on gum and dribbling the ball. Now passes it to Oladipo. Now McIver has it. And Jalen Lowe knocks the ball away, but Ware recovers it. Keller, left corner, on the way. No good. Rebound comes down to Northern. Now Jalen Lowe pushing it down the floor. Far sideline. All the way to the hoop he goes. And it's a blocking foul called against McIver. It is good to score points with the clock stopped when you're down by 12. I'm sorry. I got to work on my math. We're down by 13. 42-29 as the third quarter ended at the buzzer. An alley-oop slam from McIver to Ware. Jalen Lowe's free throw good. Now the lead is 12, 42-30. Christopher White comes in for McIver. $19 points for Keller. He leads everybody. And Jalen Lowe makes both free throws. It is 42-31. Keller guarded by Jalen Lowe, moving to his right. Spins into the forecourt, gets the ball to Ware. Now Jalen Lowe is guarding Ware. Ware tries to get around him, stops near the left elbow, he traveled. Ellison fans are arguing, but there's no doubt he traveled. He was a traveling man, just like Bob Seeger back in the 70s. Trey Roberts inbounds the ball to Jalen Lowe. We played just over the 1 minute here in this fourth quarter. There goes Jalen Lowe driving into the paint, and he puts it up, tried to draw a foul. Sargent grabs the rebound, and what do we have? We got a foul on Ellison, and Kevin Sargent goes to the line. He had the ball down below his waist, was trying to go up, and someone grabbed his arm. It was Oladipo. Sargent needs to make these. Buffs really need to make part of their comeback come from the free throw line. The first one is good. It bounced up and then finally dropped down, kind of like that Don Nelson shot by the Celtics against the Lakers in Game 7 in '69. Didn't bounce up that high, though. Sargent, second free throw, good. 42-33. The lead is back down to single digits, and Keller moving up on Lowe. Jalen following him. He gets to the free throw line and lays it off for a teammate. Almost lost it. Now Keller has it back, right corner. And he throws it back to Ware with Catchings guarding him near the midcourt stripe. Now Keller goes back there to help him. He has the ball. Jalen Lowe on him. Jalen reaches, pull up from the free throw line, in and out. Volleyball, the rebound. Oh my goodness, it's a putback for Khalil Ellison and Keyshawn Garland. That was Keyshawn Garland, a look what I found putback. Jalen Lowe in the lane, floater no good. Rebound comes down to Ellison, but wait a minute, we've got a call. And I'm not really sure what it was. Well, the public address announcer gave the name of the Buffs player who fouled. It was a loose ball foul. And all it does is it results in Ellison getting the basketball. Christopher White in the corner, guarded by Trey Roberts. Now, double team on Garland near the baseline, and a three on the way by Christopher White, no good. And we've got a foul called on Chris Catchings as he was fighting for that long rebound. It came off the rim hard. And on the floor, and now up off the floor, is Keyshawn Garland. 44-33 with 5:44 left in the fourth quarter. Ware throws it in from the sideline, gets it to Garland. Now it's Keller, guarded by Jalen Lowe. Time is not on the Buff side as they trail by 11. Keller launches the three from the left wing. He's fouled in the act. He was acting. Jalen Lowe called for the foul. I'm not even sure there was contact. He just sold it, and the officials bought it, and he will go to the line for 3 shots. And now, to add insult to injury, going forward, Ellison will have the benefit of being in the bonus. 5:31 left. 3 shots coming for Keller. He makes the first one. Didn't hit the rim. It's 45-33. Keller going to be going to Oklahoma State. If his team can hold the lead, he'll have at least one more game coming in his high school career. He makes the second free throw, and now several substitutes for Ellison. They've got Rashad Jackson into the game for the first time. Keller still out there shooting foul shots. We got Ware, the freshman Sean Parks, and also Keyshawn Garland. And here comes the third free throw by Keller. He hit the third as well. It is 47-33. That's the biggest lead. Parks knocked it away from Jalen Lowe in the backcourt. Now Chris Catchings is going to throw it in as Colleen Ellison is coming with a full court press. Jalen Lowe looking down the floor, trying to throw a long pass. Pulls up, shoots the three. No good. Rebound, rattles out. Northern almost had the rebound, but it came down to Ellison. Here comes Keller through the traffic. Gets it to Ware. Left baseline. Long pass inside to Parks. And now a shot swatted away. Catchings swatted away the shot of Rashad Jackson. It goes out of bounds on the far sideline. That was an impressive block. But when you're down 14, you can't celebrate. Garland throws it into Keller. Now he gets rid of it quickly to Ware. Chris Catchings following Ware. Now it's Keller on the right wing, guarded by Lowe. Parks between the rings. Now Ware on the left side. Inside to Keller. Jump stop, puts it up from in close. He misses, but the foul is called, and I didn't see it. But it'll be Keller going to the line again. Sargent was called for the foul. We've got 4:49 left, and the lead's not getting any smaller yet. First free throw good. The lead is now 15. The Buffs got it to 9 a couple of minutes ago, but they haven't been able to make progress since. Keller taking his time. He is a killer, and his name is Keller, and the second free throw is in and out, and rebound Sargent. Sargent takes one dribble, hands the ball to Jalen Lowe, who meets the double team. Now down the near sideline, here goes Jalen, and they call Parks for reaching in the open court. All right, that's the 7th foul, so that'll be a 1-and-1 for Lowe as Jalen goes to the line. Christopher White's going to come in at the next horn. Lowe, first one good, so he'll get another. The lead is now down to 14, 48-34, and Christopher White comes in for Rashad Jackson, who was 0 for 1 shooting while he was in there. Second free throw, good. And we have another substitution as McIver comes in for Parks. And the Buffs are going to put on the full court press. Garland throws it into McIver. He's guarded by Trey Roberts, and Jalen Lowe kills his dribble. Pass slightly deflected. He got it to Garland. Now it's back in the hands of McIver, and they have it in the forecourt. Garland gives it up to McIver. Now to Ware near the free throw line. Christopher White, three from the right corner, way short. Catchings couldn't hold the rebound. Sometimes when you're ready to rebound and it's an air ball, you don't expect it to be coming down on you that fast. It's kind of like when you're a receiver in football and the ball is tipped about 3 feet away from you. When it suddenly changes directions, there's not much you can do. Inbounds pass to Ware, now to McIver. Shot from the corner, no good, and Keller grabs the rebound with his pure physicality. Now McIver drops back, kills his dribble, throws it over a double team to Ware. In the corner is Christopher White, throws a long cross-court pass. There goes McIver, and he throws it to the right corner. Christopher White, now Jalen Lowe steals it away from McIver. It's 2-on-2, there goes Jalen, lays it in. That makes it 48-37, and a timeout taken by the Buffs. 3:50 to go, and they are down by 11. This is Vype, FortBend.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to Xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Ellison with the ball, each team with 3 timeouts, 3:40 to go, and it's 48-37, Ellison on top. And there's a pass that bounced on the sideline. Keyshawn Garland throwing a pass for Christopher White, and he bounced it off the sideline right in front of his team's bench. And so the Buffs have the ball down by 11, 3.5 minutes to go. Reedus launching a 3, right wing. Back iron, no good. Northern lost the rebound. McIver quickly ahead to Ware. One hand slam with the left. And timeout Ellison. That was hurtful. The Buffs are down by 13 again with 3:21 to go. It's Ellison's timeout, so they'll have 2 left. Marshall still has 3. But they're hanging on for dear life.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
We thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams, Trace, and Sugar Land, taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. If the Buffs don't come back, this will be our last basketball game. Pass into Reedus by Trey Roberts. There goes Reedus, trying to get around Keller. Throws it back to Jalen Lowe. Launches a 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Comes down to Keyshawn Garland for Ellison. Now Keller going to the hoop. All the way in. Lays it off the glass. That may be the dagger. 3:03 to go. Jalen Lowe quickly ahead to Northern. Northern inside. Lays one in and draws a foul. 2 and it counts. Nevertheless, time is short. That'll make it 52-39, and Naheem Northern will get a foul shot. McIver coming in. And Rashad Jackson going out. All of the free throws are critical here. Northern hits it. 52-40, 2:58 to go. Now there's Garland. I think he traveled and got away with it. McIver then traveled. No? They say Trey Roberts fouled him? Okay. First personal on Trey Roberts, who didn't come in until deep into the second half. McIver misses the first free throw. It was a 1-and-1, so Northern grabs the rebound, and the Buffs go to work on offense. There goes Jalen Lowe, far sideline. Trey Roberts, three from the right corner, yes! It is 52-43. And two more timeouts for the Buffs when we come back. 2:41 left. They're down by 9.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Next Level Urgent Care supports Fort Bend County sports and supports you whenever you're hurting. Next Level is here for the community, open 7 days a week, 9 till 9, for you and your family at more than 30 Greater Houston locations, including Sugar Land, Sienna, Greatwood, Long Meadow, and 4 in Katy. From ow to wow, Next Level Urgent Care has you covered. And if you're short on time, Next Level has an app to get you in line right away. Just text NLUC APP to 313131 for Next Level Urgent Care.
Ellison with the ball. A reverse layup by Keyshawn Garland. Buffs were having to play some risk-reward defense, and Garland was wide open. Now a three-pointer by Jalen Lowe is no good. Rebound grabbed by Garland. He's fouled by Northern, and this may be the beginning of the end where they have the parade to the free throw line. 54-43 is our score after Ellison hustled down the floor and beat that press, beat the half-court trap to go up by 11. Now Keyshawn Garland can't expand on that lead. In the air, good. By the way, before we are done today, I want to say a big thank you, first of all, to Skylar Gillespie, the producer extraordinaire inside the mothership at Vype World headquarters, and also to my friend David, also known as Arshad at Wireless Tech Incorporated in Rosenberg on Highway 98. And because of him, I can see my computer screen. Second free throw is good by Garland, and it's 56-43. The Buffs are going to have to start shooting a lot of threes. Trey Roberts from the left corner. Short. Rebound. Fought for. Jalen Lowe has it. Throws it back out to Reedus. Reedus gets it to Trey Roberts. He lets fly a three. He gets fouled in the act. Parks ran into him. And with 2:02 to go, it'll be 3 foul shots for Trey Roberts. Anyway, my friend David, also known as Arshad, the owner of Wireless Tech Incorporated, his little shop is in the Discount Auto Care building on Highway 90A, also known as Avenue H in Rosenberg. It's between Herndon and Radio Lane. Roberts misses the first free throw. But we were at a Marshall-Kempner game a few weeks ago, and a wild pass, I think it was thrown by Jalen Reedus, destroyed our computer screen. But Arshad got us a new one, so I recommend you go to him anytime you need quick work on your computer. And Roberts with a tough shot that rolls off. He has missed the first two. Now he takes a big deep breath. Ball in the air, and he hits that one. Ellison throws it in. Garland into Keller. Jalen Lowe shadowing him, gets it to McIver, picked up by Northern. Here goes Keller right down the middle, lays it off for Ware, who gives it to Parks, who gets his ball swatted into the cheap seats, although there are no seats at the north end of the Berry Center. It was over there by the cheerleaders. So Ellison will throw the ball back in after Parks got his shot swatted away. There goes Keller, jump stop move, pulls up near the right elbow, and a beautiful floater with the right hand. That makes it 58-44. We've got 1:40 to go, and the Buffs aren't going to be coming back in this one, but they do draw a foul on the way to the hoop. Keller is talking to the official, but I don't think he needs to do that. His team's got this one. Jalen Lowe goes to the line. Keller is talking to at least two different officials. Jalen Lowe with 2 foul shots. The first one is good. You'll be able to see highlights of this game on H-Town High School Sports tonight at 10 o'clock on CW39. Lowe hits the second free throw, and it's 58-46, 1:36 to go. Trey Roberts gambling for a steal, but McIver bringing it down the far sideline, kills his dribble, short of the midcourt stripe. Now a cross-court pass stolen by Reedus. All the way in, his layup is good. It's now a 10-point game, 58-48 with 1:24 to go. And the next to last timeout called by Marshall. They only have one left, and we'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Inside the Berry Center, where last year, as we, VypeFortBend.com, kind of like Captain Ahab chasing the great white whale in the regional semifinals, Atascocita eliminated Clements, and that was the last of our Fort Bend County teams. And now the Marshall Buffs trying to come back somehow. 10 points down with 1 minute and 24 seconds to go and 1 timeout. Keyshawn Garland throws it into Keller. Keller gets around Kevin Sargent. Into the forecourt he goes. Spins in the lane, puts it up. Finger roll good. Crawled over the front of the rim. And that Keller is just too good. That's all there is to it. There goes Jalen Lowe. Puts it up with the left hand. He's fouled in the act. Parks, the freshman, ends up on the floor, but he committed the foul. Keller with 29 points. He has been magnificent. Jalen Lowe, 14 points for the Buffs, and Northern has added 10. Lowe will try to add to that. 12-point deficit with 1:08 to go. Jalen Lowe puts it up and rattles off no good. The Ellison fans are enjoying this, and while I am not, I will tell you this. I'll be rooting for them in the state championship tournament. I hope they are hoisting the trophy and not Dallas Kimball. Jalen Lowe misses the second free throw, and Ware grabs the rebound. Kevin Sargent fouls him, and the players will walk from the north end to the south end. I'm sorry, I have that backwards. From the south end to the north end. And free throws for Ware. The Ellison fans talk about as well as their team plays, and that's saying something. Ware hits the first free throw. The lead is 61-48. Christopher White comes out, and back into the game, Rashad Jackson. Second free throw good by Ware. 62-48. Low to Trey Roberts. Three from the corner. No good. Rebound Low near the free throw line. Puts it up quickly and scores. And the Buffs call their final timeout with 57 and 9/10 seconds to go. Trailing 62-50. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/faster, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
All right, it's all over but the final 57 and 9/10 seconds as Ellison has a lead of 12 points. They have the basketball. Garland throws it into Keller, and he is immediately fouled by Reedus. Dion Ware has pitched in with 13 points. Garland has 11, but leading the way is Jamiron Keller. I can't wait to see him play for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Off the front iron, no good. That's about the only thing he's done wrong today. Keller taking his time. Nobody in a black jersey is anywhere near the basket where he was shooting other than Keller himself. He made the second one. Jalen Lowe into the forecourt, launches a 35-footer off the front iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Garland, throwing it to Parks. Parks is fouled by Nakeem Northern. So we think about Marshall and what they're going to have next year. They got a lot of players coming back, but not quite as many who have seen a lot of court time. Ryan Johnson, Armani Theus, and Chase McKenzie coming back along with Ian Lowe, Tobias Moore, Chase Crawford. Catchings is coming back. Kevin Sargent, Jaden Williams, and DeMarcus Johnson. It's 63-50, and Parks is at the line. 45.5 to go. He hit both. Here goes Jalen Lowe to the right elbow, puts it up short, grabs his own rebound, but saves the ball back in bounds to Keller, who's fouled by Sargent. And this action here in the last minute and a half has not been very fun to describe because it's just fouls. I'm not sure what has the Ellison fans all fired up. Catchings comes in for Sargent. Kevin Sargent has been fantastic in the postseason. And just a sophomore. Looking forward to seeing what he does in the next 2 seasons to come. 65-50 as Keller hits the first free throw. And he's got 31 points now. And the second free throw is good. Jalen Lowe across the midcourt stripe. Over to Catchings, launches a three from the left corner. No good. Rebound to, it's a held ball between Keller and Jalen Reedus, and the arrow favors Killeen Ellison. 30 seconds to go, and they lead by 16. This is where they have reached their largest lead. Keller gets it to Garland. 20 seconds to go. They're just dribbling. Nobody's going to try to score. Nobody contesting Garland as he dribbles between his feet. But the Buffs fans are on their feet as well, cheering their team for a great season. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And there you have it. The final score, 66-50. The game was closer than that, but the better team won here today. Congratulations to the Killeen Ellison Eagles. They celebrate. The Buffs line up and wait to shake their hands. So all the best to Killeen Ellison. Go to San Antonio and bring home a state championship. We'll step aside and wrap this one up when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
First class service. First Tire and Automotive. First class service is what you get at First Tire and Automotive. Check out these spring break specials. $30 off brake pad replacements, $50 off AC check, or $100 off AC repairs over $500. Free standard alignment with purchase of 4 tires, installation, and road hazard program. And free battery check with any service. Check out the website firsttireandauto.com for details and to book your appointment today. Get to one of First Tire and Automotive's 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. firsttireandauto.com.
Well, there was nothing that would have been finer for us than to see the Buffs capture a state championship, but I feel confident in saying they lost to the better team. And they accept the trophy that they would just as soon not have. It's the Region 3-5A Boys Basketball Runner-Up Trophy.
Congratulations to our Region 3 champions, the Ellison Eagles.
And the Ellison Eagles are now celebrating. They were led by Jamiron Keller with 32 points. He was fantastic. There was nothing that the Buffs could do to stop him. Dion Ware had 13, and Keyshawn Garland with 11 points. For your Marshall Buffs, Jalen Lowe, 16 points in his final game before he goes off to the University of Pittsburgh. Naheem Northern scored 10. And the Buffs' glorious season ends at 35-4. And it was very, very impressive. And Coach Ronnie Courtney, what a great guy to have leading a team. He still is stuck on 3 state championships, but that ain't hay, folks. So for Skylar Gillespie, Merle Bertrand, Suna Venkat. Oh, thank you. Wait a minute. I got some final stats. I don't think I want to say goodbye yet. I'll Give you the final stats. So Ellison on 21 for 44 shooting, scored 66 points. Marshall, wow, 15 for 51. I didn't realize their shooting would be well under 33%. It just was not a good day for them, and they were 4 for 21 beyond the three-point arc. And Ellison wasn't crushing it from behind the three-point line, but they were 8 for 23. Ellison out-rebounded Marshall 37 to 28. And I gave you those leading scorers before, but I'll give you a few more. All right, Keyshawn Garland with I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong column. Hold on. Garland with 11. Keller with 32, Ware with 13, and nobody else scored in double figures, but those three guys were more than good enough. And Naheem Northern and Jalen Lowe, the only two in double figures for the Marshall Buffs, and Jalen Reedus scored 8 this afternoon. So we want to thank you for being with us throughout the basketball season. We've enjoyed bringing all these games to you, and we're looking forward to the baseball and softball seasons. So thank you very much, and God bless. We shall return in just a few days with a baseball or softball game near you. Goodbye from the Berry Center. Again, our final score, 66-50. Killeen Ellison defeats your Marshall Buffs. Goodbye, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.